Hey, what's up? I'm Ga. We're back in AFK Journey, and today I want to talk about something that I kind of spoiled in my last video a little bit, and that's team building. So, like I said last time, there's a lot of different ways that you can build a team, a lot of different characters you can use. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So for this, I'm going to be setting up a team in the AFK battle area. So as you can see, the red lines indicate the enemy attack target. First and foremost, for any team, I would highly recommend that you have at least one tank. And that's going to be incredibly important because they're going to be tanking most of the enemy hits. And to ensure that your tank survives, you want to have a healer. So one tank, one healer, minimum requirements for any kind of team, in my personal opinion. And then after that, you can either have a secondary tank, some melee DPS, some ranged DPS, to kind of flesh out your team a little bit there. I would also highly recommend someone that can attack enemy backline, like an assassin. And if you don't know, you can check character classes right here just by looking at them. So Huen here is a support, which means she's going to be healing. Supports also have buffing abilities. We go take a look at Leica here. She is a marksman, aka a ranged DPS. She's going to be sitting in your backline and shooting the enemy. Sacia here is also a marksman. However, Sacia has a special ability where she has a summon that can be dropped into the enemy backline and start pestering some of the backline units. You know, it'll start attacking enemy range DPS, it'll start attacking their supports, all that kind of good stuff. Lucius here, as you can see, is a tank. He is going to be tanking. He is probably my favorite tank so far. He's been incredibly reliable in all of the teams that I've put him in. He's got shielding. He's got, let's see. Let me see if I can find his skills right here. Right. So, he provides his allies with a shield. Does knockback, which is very helpful, and has healing and shielding. So he is a very good tank. He does his job incredibly well. He's also a lower rarity character, so he's pretty easy to pull out of the gacha. Definitely recommend putting this guy on your team. He has been putting in some super hard work in any team that I've put him on. Vala here is a rogue. She is someone that is going to attack the enemy backline, and as a ranged character herself, she can attack the enemy backline while remaining at a safe distance in your backline. She also has a move where she pierces through the enemy's front line and goes straight for the backline with some melee damage. It's very nice. Aronin, or Iron, I actually haven't tried, but he is a rogue. He's going to be attacking backline. He does magic damage. Damien is a support. He's going to be healing. Niru is also a support. I actually haven't used him yet. Mirail is a ranged DPS. She's a mage. As you can see, there's a lot of different characters with a lot of different roles. I definitely recommend a healer, a tank, a... what is the class again? A rogue. Healer, tank, rogue. 100%. Because you're going to be running into a lot of enemies. I remember one stage where there was literally 3 healers on enemy backline, and it was super obnoxious. So having a rogue in your team just helps you deal with annoying enemy supports. So definitely tank, healer, rogue, and then 2 DPS. Whether you want a melee DPS to help take some hits for your tank. You know, they can be run side by side. Your tank is going to be taking most of the damage, while your warrior is kind of helping absorb some of the hits, helping absorb some of the pressure, taking off some of the enemy aggression off of your tank a little bit to kind of help him tank a little bit better. You can also have like a mage or a marksman. Both mages and marksmen are both pretty just ranged DPS style characters. So yeah, you want to have kind of a good mix typically of ranged and melee. But for my current team, I only have one tank, and it's been working out fairly well for the most part. Only one melee character. On my beta sale server account, I have more melee focus. And, someone like Valen, who you get for free, is pretty good at what he does. He's a melee character. He is a warrior. So let's say you have Valen and Lucius teamed up together. Those two have made a pretty good pair for me in the past. I believe you also get Faye for free. She's a pretty good starting support character for your team. You can just add her on, and she will do pretty well for you early on. Now, from there, you're going to be kind of relying on who you get from the gacha, because let's be honest, Chippy and Hammy aren't exactly top tier characters. These two you'll probably be replacing very early on in your team, mostly because you can't really upgrade them as much as you can other characters. So pretty much any sort of like epic character you pull is probably going to be really good to have on your team. And then also, I got to talk about this real quick. So there is a bonus for equipping characters of the same, how would you call it? Basically, so like, right, this first slot here, Huan is a wilder. Laika is also a wilder. Sacia is a graveborn. So you get team bonuses the more characters of the same, I don't know what you would call this, but like basically the same dang it. If you guys think of a good word for this, the same class, the same, I don't know. But yeah, basically you get a bonus for, like if I had a full 5 team of wilders, then I would get more stats, more bonuses, all that good stuff. So if you're looking for like a really solid comp, I would try your best to bring all of one of, attribute, I guess we'll say. But as you can see, I don't really have the best. Like, personally, I prioritize just sticking good characters on my team over like a sort of like class bonus like that. But that is something eventually I'll want to work towards and just have like a really strong Graveborn team or like a really strong Wilder team. And, you can really sort of clan. We'll call them clans. Yeah, you can really start to build like a really strong character, really strong team that way. Or you can just do what I do and just do good stuff .team. And, everything seems to be working out pretty well so far. But with that said, I wish you guys the best of luck in your team building endeavors, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.